excuse me, and then showing a picture of my mother, my brother, a lady that's sitting on a vehicle in front of the door of the house, with my auntie that raised me, my cousin and myself, sitting in front of old 55 Plymouth. And it's parked in front of the house, and you see the whole house where I was raised at. So I have that to start off first picture and my first introduction. And then I talk about my mother and father. I got a large picture of my father and a picture of my mother. I'm going down the road. Then I'm going to talk about what I used to do at that age. This is before I was 10, because I left the country when I was 10 years old. I would sit in front of the house, on the porch, and my mother would be in the kitchen cooking or washing dishes or whatever. And I would say to her, "Here come a Plymouth." She looked at me and said, "How you at the Plymouth? You been looking?" And I said, "No, Ma, I know it's a Plymouth." I said, "I'm going to turn my back around there." I turned and looked, saw the kitchen, the road is back to me. Here come a Dodge, that's a Dodge. How'd you know that? No, he's still peeping. You know what kind of car it is. But then I didn't realize I could do it. That I could tune in or whatever you would say and pick up on what vehicle is coming. I got to put that in there. Because Allah blessed me to get where I'm going. Okay. I'm going to jump around a little bit. Ain't much happening there while I was young. I did a lot of traveling. My mother used to take us to the other islands every year, St. Martin, Grenada, etc. And every Friday, religiously, we would go to a Chinese restaurant to eat. A new Friday Chinese restaurant. Anyway, here it is, 55. I'm 10 years old now. Mother got tickets for us to come to America, to New York. My mother worked in the Esso refinery. The refinery was like 80 miles long. Took almost half the island. So all the other people from all the other islands would come there to work prior to World War II. World War II, excuse me. So we get ready to leave to come to America. It was December the 2nd, 1955. I got on a plane and came to New York. Got into New York. Remember now, it's December. I have a picture of people all over the other African countries have a picture of America, money on the street, gold, you know. That's the impression of America. Like going into heaven, really, right? So here I'm getting ready to land at the airport, and it's 12 o'clock in the day, and it's dark. I'm like, what's happening? I'm a little boy, 10 years old. Plane get closer down to the ground. Then I look out the window, and the trees don't have no leaves. I'm trying to think of the picture that I had in my mind about America, and it was nothing like what I had in my mind. It was like blowing me out the water. I'm like, dang, this was going into hell. Right? And I realized I was. So the plane landed, and ironically, it snowed the night or day before. So half the snow was scraped up, and half was all dirty on the side of the road. So it looked nasty. I'm like, why we came here? That nasty looking place. Hit the ground. Back then, you didn't have no thing you walk through on the runway into the where you pick your tickets up. You had to get out of the plane, walk on the runway, and up some stairs into the lobby area. And so while I'm doing it, it's like smoke coming out my mouth. Man, I'm like, what's happening? Not realizing when it's. Did you sleep, brother?
For me?
Yeah.
No, I was just at the hotel waiting for somebody to come get me.
No. I said, did you sleep?
No, sir.
How come?
I wouldn't.
So turn around. We we went to Brooklyn to my family's house, right in front of Army, Atlantic and Pacific on Bedford Avenue. Next thing I knew, it was going to snow. I stood there waiting hours, waiting for that snow to come. As fast as it was hitting the ground, it was melting. Like, all these lies about this place. Anyway, I went to start to go to school. Public school in 44 in Bedford Stuyvesant. My mother went to work. I could never remember what kind of work she was doing. Mom went to work. The next thing you knew, we moved into the white neighborhood. Out in Flatbush. Upstairs and above some Italians. My whole block was Italian and Jews. My mother was a hustler. Next thing I knew, we bought a house around the corner. A two-story, three-story house. On his old brick house. What they call those houses in New York?
Brownstone?
Yes. No, our store was white. Bought the house, and we moved over there. And by that time, I had to change schools. School I went to was nothing but Caucasian. Jews and Italians. There was only two blacks in the school. A girl named Stephanie Brown and me. I wonder if Stephanie's still alive. Anyway, to make a long story short on that end, what happened was we in the Caribbean was a couple of days ahead of the American children here. So when the teacher asked a question or math or something, I would be the first to raise the hand to answer the question. And if I didn't, she would ask me anyway. The reason she was asking me is they all would laugh when I answered the question. I'm right, but they'll laugh. I'm thinking they're making mockery of me. Find out later on down the road, they just admire or never heard the Caribbean accent. I had a deep West Indian accent. You know, they say, 2 and 1 is how much? I say 3. You will say 3. And things like that. So next thing I know, they making, so I stopped raising my hands. I'm thinking they making mockery. But I said, I found out down the road, the teacher and the children just loved the way I talk, because they never heard nobody talk like that. You know, the white boys, the girls. Anyway, I think I don't get in a fight in school. These 2 Italian brothers, cousins rather. The Cadiz family, that was their name. And I got to plug it with the Cadiz. I started dressed like the boys, white boys now, with big black boots. Back then in the 60s, you used to wear a leather jacket like a motorcycle jacket. Got my motorcycle jacket and my motorcycle hat. And swear I'm cool like the white boys. Next thing you know, you heard everybody whispering in the school. Khadis. What do they call me? I had a nickname. Oh God. I seen it just the other day. It's on the milk and Phoenix. You know you go in them, when you get to the stack, coming on the 17th just before you get on the 18th. It's a milk factory. You got a sign on there.
Oh, Shamrock.
That's what he used to call me, Shamrock. So they say Shamrock and the Khadis family go have a fight. I mean, the whole school knew about it. When I got down, it was a circle, almost a whole school down there. And they too waiting for me. I come down. And you get the people going, I go get his ass, but you get his butt whipped, you get his butt whipped. They started pumping. And one attacked me low, one attacked me high. And I plug it. Because I said, they ain't going to get me down. Because I know if they beat me up and go home, my mother will come back with her hands around my ears and have me whip up his butt up. So what happened was, they had me down, but they couldn't get to me. So I crawled over the fence in the yard we were at and pulled myself up. When I pulled myself up, I would kick it and fight, kick it and fight. Next thing I knew, I'm kicking both feet and none of them on the ground. We had a principal named Pratt. Not a principal. He was the dean of the school, Pratt. Big, tall white boy. Dr. John, Joseph, whatever, he was bigger than him. And he grabbed me and all those two in one hand and grabbed it, but Jesus was over and stood us up. Get you by office. Got to the office. I remember sitting in the office, but I can't remember what all he said to us. Next thing I know, they were my bodyguard. I walk around the school board on one side of me. It was bad, brother. And then I would take, we would come up the stairs. Back then, they had AA guards. I don't know if you ever heard them. They wear a white shirt. They used to stand in the corner, direct traffic by the door. On each side of the stairs, you had an AA guard. I was an AA guard for a little while. But me, the Khadis had it locked down. When they see us coming, they in their pockets. Give me all their money. Otherwise, we whip your butt.
Yeah.
Were your brother bad, brother? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I got older. Went to Lefferts Junior High School. I was the first one in the school with a Marcel process. I had a Peter gun. Swear white boy. I had a bad Peter gun, bro. Next thing I know, you know, in school back then, there's two doors. And the back door, the sisters and the brothers fighting, just look through the window to see me in my process. Because no, that was the first one in the school, bust up there with that. Anyway, I leave Lefferts Junior High School, that's another story, and end up going to a vocational high school, Alexander Vocational High. I understand they just closed that school down. It was a vocational school. They teach auto mechanic, refrigeration, carpenter, engineer, something else I forgot. But anyway, by the first 2 years I was there, I went into engineering and carpentering. So I got a basic, you know. And I met this girl named Janice Capers. My father was a preacher. Next thing locked down. Living on our, that's my first love. Me and Janice was tight as 10 dogs. So what happened was, she was still in college. High school, college, yeah. No, high school, going into college. So I wanted to ruin her and me, getting down and having children, and she'll make college. So we decided I'm going to go in the army, and when I come out, we're going to get married. Bet. She goes through college, I go in the army, the military. I told you some of the stories about the army, right? Did basic in Fort Dix, just closed that down. And did my rest of my service over in Panama with the medical detachment, 8 Special Forces. And then a lot of stuff went down while I was there. That's another story right there. But what happened was, it was time to leave. And that's when I got split with the brothers there. The devil's like, boy, I took everything they had almost, the whole month before I left. When I left, the whole battalion left. And they went to Vietnam. They asked me to go. But if I go, I had to sign up for another 3-4 years.
Yeah. So
I told them, no, don't blast me to Vietnam. Blast me back to New York. So I end up leaving Panama, Cologne, really, because it was on the other side of the island. Leaving Cologne in a private plane, commercial jet. And so we would usually fly military. But due to the fact everybody's going over to Nam, they didn't have flights for us to come this way. So they put us on commercial. Now, coming over from Panama, I'm decked out. Blouse, boots, shiny, you see a fish in my boots, right? Crisp. All my medallion and stuff on my chest. Clean. Me and this white boy, John. John swear he was black. They told me we got about an hour or so here in Norfolk, Virginia, I think it was. And they're going to refuel those who want to come out, take your pass, and you can get off and come back at a certain time. So him and I decided, okay, let's get off and get a drink. I said, bet. Huh? So John and I found a little bar of some sort where we can get a drink. We so happy back in the States. We talk about what happened in Panama. We just fight the other Marines and the Army, stuff like that. And whoopers and being so happy to get back. What you gonna do when you get home first, So the barmaid came up to us. We had the counter. What you having? But she stood in front of John. John said, what you gonna have? I said, you have the same thing I have. Give us to Johnny Walker Red. She walked away. And we got to talking. Afterward, we look at each other. Where is she? She's been gone a while. You, lady. And he says, what happened, man? You ordered drinks, you never got here. She says, oh, let me tell you, I can serve you, but I can't serve him. What do you mean you can serve me? Lady, just get 2 drinks. Ain't hard, we got to get back to the flight. I'm not talking, I'm chilling. John doing all the rapping, right? All of a sudden, she don't come again. Lady, would y'all keep your noise down, please? Tell her. She turned around and went to the back, and this Peckerwood comes. All right, now, y'all leave. Y'all disrespecting the uniform in its place. And we cannot serve your friend here. And you gotta leave. John, look at me. I look at John. I said, "Brother, what out of here? I got all this money in my pocket. I don't have to beg nobody for a drink. Let's go somewhere else." He said, "No. We come in here to drink. We're going to drink together and we'll get a drink." Meanwhile, there's about 4 or 5 peckerwoods sitting between us and the door to go out. And they start getting loud about us. "Hey, nigga lover, you coming here with the uniform but disrespecting the uniform." He looked back. He whispered to me, "Turn out." When you hear that word turn out, fight. If you're out in a bar and you hear noise outside and you walk to the door, ironically the bars, they open 24/7. And it's like the cowboys. You can see the person's feet when they're coming in because it's just half a door up, half a door up, down. You got the one I'm talking about, your swinging doors? That's where the bars are there. So, he said, "Turn out." Turn out? Yes, go. He goes to the door. Oh, boy, locks the door. And the rest is history. I mean, oh, God, we whipped those boys up so bad. And I'd probably in the hospital. Now we getting ready to leave. Old boy take a table or a chair. Instead of open the door, bust the door open. Oh, I'm sorry. Before he did that, it was a mirror across the back of the bar. Not as big as this one, but it was a mirror, good size. He took a chair, bust the mirror with the chair. Boy, going crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we go running outside the broken window. We got like from the door there to where you at, Brother Minister. And he stopped and turned around, bumped into me going back in the broken window. I said, "Oh, shit. He must have dropped his hat off his shoulder or something. He must drop. He just noticed it. He going back and get it. So by the time I got to the door, he's coming back out. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We leave and get on the plane. I mean, breathing heavy now. Both of us, we running against this plane. It's almost time to get on the plane and take off. So we sat down and we prayed, "Close the door, close the door, close the door." And close the door. And the plane started to take off down the runway. So I said, "John, what you left inside? Why did you run inside? Run back inside." John opened his jacket, right?
Just went to get you a drink.
He got 2 bottles of Johnny Walker. And said, "Here." So by the time I got into New York, he was from Philadelphia, or Jersey. By the time we got into the States, up in the East Coast, I see why that phrase comes. I'm blind, drunk, or something how you say it. I was blind. My eyes open, but I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Drunk like 10 dogs. So turn around. I leave the airport and went to my girl's house, straight to her house. Got to the door, Mom. Remember I told her Mom is a preacher and Pops is a preacher. They opened the door, they hugged me up, got to see you. We haven't heard from you about 6 to 8 months. We wonder what happened. What happened? We go in the jungle and teach the Marines, the Army, Air Force, and some of the Latin countries were coming, and we would teach them jungle warfare training. So when we go, sometimes we stay 2, 3 months, 6 months in the jungle, training whoever there. Then we'll come back in town, right? So I explained to them how it was. Oh, we thought you was gone. You wasn't interested in us no more. You didn't love my daughter no more, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's the reason I'm not. I'm back now. Same time she heard my voice, she runs upstairs and jumped and hugged and kissed me. This big, tall dude came behind her. From the rice, capers, But that's what her name ended up being, Capers. No, the last name ended up becoming Rice. Her last name was Capers. So, this is my friend. He said, I'm leaving. He got up and he booked, right? Her and I went downstairs, down her firm's basement. And she explained to me she hadn't heard from me. She was concerned. She thought I'd cut her loose, so she started dating Rice. See, well, it's all my fault, you know. Anyway, that's another story. Then turning around, I got a job. I couldn't get a job. Every time I went to a place, they'll lie. We don't need you. But when I told them what my experience of who I was, because I had an accent, they didn't know who I was exactly. You know, they didn't know I was Caucasian or whatever, but I wasn't black.
Yeah.
But when I get to the door and the receptionist, the story changed each time. So I started hustling in the street until I met Janet's cousin, and he was a lab technician. Damn, this happened twice in my life. He brought me in his house. By that time, my mother was passed. So I was 15 when she passed. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
My mother had passed, so I'm not on the street before I went in the army. So he took me in, him and his sister, and I lived with him for a while. And then he said, come on, let me teach you a trade. And he used to do bushwhack jobs and also do dentures. Operator Lewis taught me how to do it, you know. And then I got a job at one of the factories. He worked dental factory, or laboratory rather. And I worked in there, polishing teeth. So when I went in the army, when I went in the army, that helped me with the little experience I had in the dental department. And that's how I became a dental assistant and dental hygienist while I was in the army. So I've always been in the medical field. So, find out my girls started getting married to a boy. They got married, and that was it. So I left the area, and the family ended up in Brooklyn, hustling. They talk about what he used to do? Please. Child's play. Child's play, okay? And that's how I met my baby's mother, through Janet. And that's how they got to know each other, real palsy-wowsy. And we got tight. And I moved in with her. And I think that's the time she got pregnant with my daughter. But right after that, for some reason, I ended up in the Bronx, not knowing she was pregnant. And I started working in the hospital first. I worked in the hospital on Bird S. Colon Island. It's between Manhattan and Brooklyn and Long Island. On the 59th Street Bridge, you go under the bridge and go to this island. I worked at the hospital there. See, I stayed in the medical field area. Then turn around, I start hustling, met a dude, end up talking about Islam, talking about the teaching and the lesson. And he opened my mind on how things used to be with Malcolm. But I didn't know nothing about Islam, so it didn't even dawn on me what he's talking about. Anyway, It's 69. Now the girl got pregnant, got a baby, and she came visiting me. And I was working by that time in a Salim restaurant, Shaheed restaurant up in the Bronx. I'm skipping around a lot, brother. Because we're into 69 now. I didn't get with the minister yet. I didn't get in trouble yet. I'm just building my way up to him. Allah's preparing me. Anyway, see, each paragraph I have to go back over and put some stuff in there. I'm skipping over. I'm just running through it to get to the day I came in the mosque.
Right.
Then I'll let you go home.
Go ahead.
So brother built my karate up so much that I end up going to the mosque, and first day I went there, I need to tell this whole story, but I have to break it down some other time. I have to edit it, that's what you say.
No, go ahead.
Got my ex. No. I went in the mosque, and I was the first one stood up when they taught. But there's a whole lot of stuff happened between that step and the step upstairs to the mosque that I raised my hand when he asked the question, "Do you believe what you hear?" Blah 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 blah. And I jumped up, and other people nobody. No, brother, stand back up. Stood back up, and I've been standing since then. Okay? All praise to Allah. Now, I run downstairs, and I had to draw a picture edit from the time I left that morning to the time I got to the mosque upstairs. There's a whole scenario in that part. Maybe about 4 or 5 pages. Okay? But anyway, I goes back to the house after a couple hours driving around and thinking about what was said and what I'm getting ready to do. I'm cutting this loose like Mother Goose. And I'm going to do this. So by the time I got home that evening, I had some girls that living with me, and they were doing some smoke. Boxes for smoke, bags for smoke. And I passed the kitchen and looked at the kitchen. "Oh, you back, huh?" "Yeah. There's some bad smoke you got here." I went to sit down on the bed like I'm sitting, just like this, debating how I'm going to do this, cut all this loose, and get into this thing that I just heard. So before that happened, the girl came in and was telling me how good this smoke is and one of the best I ever got. And she called it fast me the smoke to light up, take a wolf. Real, you know. And I looked at her and said, "No, that's all right, baby. You refuse? So I can say it's the best you have?" So she goes back and hear him whispering in the kitchen. My boy who we used to hang with, that was the one that hipped me and opened my appetite about Islam, he was in the kitchen too. And he turned around and started mocking the messenger, because the minister was on the scene yet. Mocking the messenger and his children and how they killed. But he was dogging the messenger. And you saw I bent over here today with that pain in my stomach? That's the way I was. And I couldn't defend what he was saying because I didn't have enough knowledge to confront what brother had said, a little what I've gotten. It was only a 2-hour meeting. This brother been in the mosque. He was even in the secretarial apartment. my partner was. So he beat me up, brother. He beat me. That was my first trial. No, my first trial when I came downstairs from the Mosque meeting, I had stashed some stuff around the corner. The smoke that the girls had given me to drop off, my pistol, and a little shot of coke. I dropped it in a hole, came back, stood across the street, to an alley and a doorway to make sure nobody squatting on me. And when they got the stash, I stood there against the wall, took the gun and the holster out, and dropped the bag, wrapped it up with the coke, 3-4 bags in the hole, and never turned back around for it. Never turned back. So turn around. Here it is. Later on that night, I talked to the girls and tell them what happened, what I'm going to do, and I want them to come to Wednesday night, Sunday meeting I went to. I think 4 of them went, the other 2 didn't go. Yeah. Because 2 of them ended up getting married and becoming Muslims. I was at the bazaar, she was down the hall, and she saved me, and she gave me the and pushing the carriage. And to praise it to Allah. So that's how I came in the door, inshallah. Okay. Part 2 tomorrow there, brother, wherever we are. Because I talk it all night. We as black men in general, but black I can deal with, we've never been taught how to take care of ourselves. Because 90% of the time, there was no male in the house.
That's right.
90% was no male. And if it was a male, he's so busy hustling and didn't know how to take care of his own damn self. You dig it?
Yes, sir.
So here it is, FOI class. You got to teach the brothers how to clean themselves, how to bathe, how to brush their teeth, and how to shave.
I can dig it.
When you bathe, how do you bathe? I've done it in different cities. I put check mirrors on the wall. Excuse me. In the class. And I teach each one of them, actually, you're in the bathroom now. Tell me how you bathe. They hesitate like you started hesitating first. I said, no, tell us how you bathe. We want to know, so you want to teach the class how you bathe. And you do it, and he do it, and he do it. And then I go back over each one of them and show them how they wrong like hell. Maybe 1 out of the 10 will bathe right. Most of us get in a tub and wash with the soap in the hand and tell our girlfriend or squeeze or wax it. Why don't you use a washer in here? But we'll go in the bathroom and use the soap in our hands soap ourselves instead we taking a bath, and then we get out and that soap residue is still on your skin. Excuse me. So you have to bathe properly. So turn around. They don't know. Because if you bathe back in the day before you got real hip to it, after you bathe and you rub your skin, you see the dirt still coming. Because we don't want to use a wash rag, check. I don't know if you're teaching the class like that. I don't know. Oh, okay. Let me stop that.
No, go ahead. Keep teaching. Derek the first person I heard.
Sir?
Brother Derek was the first person I heard.
Talking about my first cabinet.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's one way. That's my fault. Oh. Brother. Excuse me. Going to the bathroom, we've never been taught that. The proper way to do it.
Right.
What happened is, excuse me. You get married, and your wife laughing at you, which you have to clean your clothes. You got that chocolate stain in your pants.
Yeah, we teach on that too. I have, even when I was in college. When I moved out, my grandfather taught me that. And then I heard Brother B.I. teach on it too.
How's everything?
Excellent, ma'am. Thank you.
And my wife wash mine to clothes.
My wife
I
don't want
never see them. Sometimes she ever see them is when I'm in the bed.
Yeah. My wife don't touch my hair. Because
Do not touch.
I like my t-shirt white. So don't mix it with any other thing. They'll mix it when they dry with other stuff to get that soy look. I put my t-shirt on 2 months later, I want to look like I just bought it.
Yeah.
You were talking about, let's see, which one was it this time?
Recently, that's what you said when that was it.
Oh, yeah.
You said it was recent. You had already talked about the airplane in Russia.
Oh, okay. We're talking about things that we know of that they're trying to assassinate the brother. This particular time, I think I told you this one already. He spoke in Chicago, and I came outside and checked the cars because there was no Mustafa, all this. There was no team. It was Master Brown Muhammad, the minister, and myself. Sometime Akbar, sometimes his brother called Shaheed. I live in the house now when he moved out, Malcolm's house. And Pastor Moses, you know, I can count them on my hands. One hand, how many people used to walk with us back in the day. Anyway, this particular one, I goes outside, check the cars, make sure the vehicles are ready to pull out when we come out. They'll park to the curb. Thank you, brother. And what happened was, I go back inside to get him because he was finished. I heard that. What you call that?
The chill?
No, it's like what Muhammad Ali had that said.
Parkinson's?
It's not a Parkinson's. I'm not that
Syndrome?
problem.
Okay.
Syndrome. Yeah. I was told it's because I lost all my muscle mass. So the nerves is jumping. Anyway, I goes back inside to go get the chief. And we coming out to the southern light to go outside. And the brother that was supposed to be the captain or regional captain for that area there. He took point. So I was on the right of the minister. And when we got to the door to go outside, instead of him stepping out in front of us and go to the car, he stepped back and put his back against the wall. Now he's facing us. Getting ready to go to, and he's wiping his face with a towel. So when I seen that, I stopped the minister. I pull the minister back, and I go out front, the door. And when I got out to the door, guess what? Car was gone. All right, girl gone. What happened?
You got out to the door and the car was gone.
Damn.
And we gonna let you go get some rest.
Yeah,
you
you
finish
sleeping.
this story. As soon as you finish this.
Yeah. When we got there, the car was gone. So I grabbed the minister by his belt because the brother sitting in the front seat of his car with his feet outside the car, either tying his shoes or just polished. I can't remember exactly, but I knew. I grabbed him, grabbed the minister, and put the minister in the car and got out of there with the minister. I never knew whatever happened to that brother. that was on the door that did what he did. I think he's dead now too. Most of those people that did that kind of stuff to us, they're not alive no more. They're gone. Like I was gone there for a second. You hit the bed. It felt like you kicked the bed. The bed shook, and I shook the bed. Damn. Dang. As I said, you know, I didn't get no sleep last night.
Getting ready to. And you said that there was a BMW, huh?
The BMW was in Washington,
Ah, okay.
and the BMW was Brother Amin's, Dr. Amin's car.
Dr. Lee.
Dr. Amin. He talk about all the time he see me. Say, man, I remember you taking and stealing my car. Something, yeah. I can't remember the whole situation. But I had to get the minister out of there, and I took his car.
You took Dr. Link's car?
Yeah, he had a bluish color BMW, big fat one. I remember that. I took his daggone car. I leave my daughter, but before I leave, I said, each one of my kids have a birthmark that I leave on them. And I said, let me see if you got my birthmark. She said, okay, where is it? She said, I don't have no birthmark. I said, you got a birthmark if you my child. She said, so where is it? I told her, right under her left breast. She goes in the bathroom. I said, girl, I'm your father. Bring your behind up in here. She came back, but she already looked. And the birthmark that I have here, she has the same one, just a little smaller.
Wow.
So she came back out of the bathroom with her blouse up and hiding her breast, but showing me the birthmark. That I said, yes, you're my daughter. I left the next day. I didn't see her again since then, but we on the phone constantly. She called me when I was over the other side.
Okay. And her name is?
Nicole.
Nicole. Okay.
She has a daughter, my granddaughter. So that's my first grand. Yes. Yeah, she's the oldest grand.
How old is she?
My granddaughter,
Yes, sir.
she has to be the same time I came in the nation. If I came in the nation in 69, she was born in 68. A year after.
Okay.
I came in 68. So she's 60. Oh no, I'm saying it wrong. If she was born in 68. Tell you how I found out what my name was and how it's spelled.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first lesson. The minister, myself, Haroon, and a couple of other, 3 of us, I recall, went to New York. The minister's doing something. But he got a call to go into Washington, D.C. to do some sort of engagement, for that one. So I ended up being the one that stayed in New York, but he had to come back and finish what he was doing. So I stayed in the hotel in Manhattan while he went to Washington. Because it didn't take all of us to go. Back then, when we started on the phone, we wasn't making that kind of money to just all of us keep jumping around, right? So anyway, I got bored. So I got in the phone book and looked for my family name, Bub. B-U-B-B. I got to start there to go back with something else. So I look in the book, and it was 1520 Bubs. B-U-B-B. That's my slave name. So I just picked 4 or 5 from beta in the thing, and then I turned around and got on the phone. And the first 3 was either it was either Chinese or Philippines, another white boy and something else. But it was none of my family. The person wasn't black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We end back up in Chicago. Oh. It was Chicago. Anyway, that's not the important part. We end up going back where we stay, where we live.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been Chicago, or it could have been Brooklyn. I don't remember. But anyway, we leave and we go back. A couple of months or a year later or 2 later, we go on a cruise. And the minister said, come on, you got to come with because Aruba is the first stop. And we want you to show us around in Aruba. Yes, sir, minister. We get to Aruba. All the days I'm driving the minister and wife them around. This small old car. Man, we was crunch up in it. Anyway, everybody in the hotel, and Mustafa's friend that he went to play football with was there on the island.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to visit him. So while he visited him, he called me, tell me to come get him. So I go to the hotel. But what happened was I missed the turn. And I can't turn because I got the divider. So I go all the way down to come back around. When I was coming back around, these 2 ladies running to catch the bus, and the bus driver just kept driving away. And I said, that is a cussing, you know. So I pull up, and I said to them, I said, listen, I'm going straight to another hotel over there. How far are you going? Will this help you? Or maybe I can get the bus for you. He said, yes, thank you, Marco. We're late. You got to go to another hotel down there. So one got in the front, one got in the back. And I'm going down the road to go take myself to the hotel. Found out it was the same hotel they were going to. The lady in the front seat, now this is the finale. She turned to the lady in the back seat and said, my son, this boy got a bub nose. Yeah, my son. Had a bub family back in Grenada. Uh-huh. So what do you know about these bubs? You talking about with my bub nose? He said, yes, there was 2 brothers. And one changed his name to B-U-B-B, and the other one is B-O-B-B. So I said, why did they do that? She says, one of them, she didn't know which one it was, had girls. And the girls then would get mixed up with his other girls. So they put the names instead. One of them was using the B-U, and my other person was using the B-O. So I said, lady, my name is Buffalo. She said, stop it, you're lying, man. I said, for choo. I'm a bub. But I don't know if fresh milk calling my bub nose. She says, my son, look more so bubby getting mad, you know. She said, look, come, look at his nose. I tell you, look like a bub. I said, I am a bub. I goes in my wallet and show my passport and stuff. B-U-B-B. That's how I travel on bub.
Mm-hmm.
I said, he is a bub. You see, I told you he's a bub. So we pass, he goes inside. Okay. A year or 2 later, we end up in Manhattan again. But this time, the minister went to Washington again, and I stayed behind to watch the bag. But it didn't make no sense carry this is a one-night stand.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make no sense carrying all the bags and he had to come right back, so I stayed behind the other time. So I got bored again. I said, let me look at this and call me a couple of these bubs and see what's happening. But this time, when I opened B-U-B-B, it was 2 pages of bubs.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, dang, we only have a page last time. So I go to BOBB, another full page. I said, dang. I said, okay, this is what I'll do. I'll take 5 of the BOBB and 5 of the BUBB, take the numbers, and start making some calls. I might be lucked up, right? So I called the BUBB first. When I called the third number, it was my uncle.
Wow.
Robbie, that's you? Yes, sir. Nah. You were lying? I said, no, sir. I said, what am I talking? He said, yes, your uncle. Your father, brother. I said, what? I said, so where you at right now? Oh, I'm in Brooklyn. He said, where you at? I said, I'm in Manhattan. He said, we got to see you, man. They had a family reunion. So I said, listen, just give me the address. I'll be there in a minute. I remember now, we live in Chicago. I moved out of Brooklyn. I was in Chicago with the minister. So turned around, I drove to Brooklyn. I know Brooklyn in the back of my hands because of, I had to drive Cam and last one, you know. So less than a couple of minutes, I crossed the bridge and I was, bam, at the address. Pull out the car. It seemed like it was 1,000 people in the stoop waiting for me. All my cousins and nephews and nieces and so on and so forth. And they grabbed me and hugged me. We thought you did, Mr. We understood you was with the mafia and yeah, you was the mafia and you couldn't leave because if you leave they kill you and we haven't heard from you, blah, 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 blah. So you got to talk both inside the house. Food cans done. Whoa. Oh, brother, food. I got a address. Your sister know where it is.
Yeah, it's up on
Here.
West Chapel.
You see that blue card right there on the towel?
And what's the name of that stuff?
Routine.
35 in Web Chapel.
Soft bread.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a yellow peas inside of it, grind up. And then you put either your vegetables or your curry chicken or curry beef or one curry lamb in it with potato. And it's curry. And they roll it up.
Yeah, like what we had at the Ethiopian restaurant they had.
Yeah, they may have also the same thing. But I don't like the way they taste, theirs taste.
I don't like it.
No, Either Jamaican or people from, yeah. It's off the hook.
Oh, Mr. Lane off the hook.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Lane food was so good. About 3 months ago, I got me some goat up out there.
Yeah, you get goat. You get goat, curry goat, oxtail. Oh, man, when I get out here, you got to take me to her.
She got
rice and peas and banana and plantain.
Oh, plantain. Oh.
Yeah.
Snapper and
That's all.
And kingfish.
Yes.
And snap.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I like
Nothing off the bone.
Curry chicken.
Yes.
Oh, the curry chicken is
jerk
off the
chicken.
chain.
All in all.
Oh.
Yeah. They got usually another thing they got on the menu.
Straight from the mouth.
Yeah, other thing they got in the menu is beef. Stew beef, it's called. With brown gravy. Yeah.
Everybody in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody is from Jamaica. I think we're the, yeah, because when I come to, she said, hey, sister, what can I get for you?
She, when Dr. Aline came, she came and got examined.
Mm-hmm.
Really short lady, real dark skin, real heavy, real
Beef patty.
nice.
Every West Indian store sells beef patty.
She had beef and vegetable patty.
Yeah. That's a little different. It's like orange squares.
And that's the only place that I can get that good ginger beer in the brown bottle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Place where I can get Malta.
Yeah, and you were
Like them
telling
all.
me about that because when I went in there,
Right them all.
She said that she had just put it in the refrigerator,
Mm-hmm.
and
Now, this is things I eat.
Pineapple, I agree. You got the extra one. It's really rich.
Yeah, check both of them and see what you have the roti.
Okay.
It's called roti.
Okay.
I bet you she has it. I just
And I'm telling you, brother, you're going to be hooked.
I'm
Straight
already hooked.
Huh?
I'm already hooked.
Oh, yeah. You get some of that. I wonder if she got any conch.
I've never seen any.
I've never seen.
I had that when I was in Bahamas.
Yeah, you got conch.
I have a shell at home.
Yeah, the conch. I can
Yeah,
dive them up.
I can blow
You have
that.
to put a hole in it so they can pull it out, because if not, they wouldn't be able to get it out.
Oh, no. You know, that's right. I used to dive, me and my partner, Ibrahim. When I was in the Virgin Islands, him and I would go down diving and pull a little boat up with it. And by the time we get to shore, he would sell out. So while we're going in the shore, he'd be cutting, breaking it. I'd be driving and be putting it the conch, and then we weigh it.
So is that a big snail?
Something like a snail, like a big, it got one hook. That's the hook it moves. They move fast too. In deep water, shucks. Anyway, let's get back to Bub.
Okay,
So he said somebody just called and they want to talk to you on the phone. They've been waiting for you to get here when they call him back. To get on the phone, and he calls this number. And give me the phone. There's a lady on the phone. Robbie, that's really you? I said, yes, ma'am. Oh, my God, I'm coming to get you. I said, coming to get me? What happened? It's some people that have been looking for you and wants to see you. She don't tell me who the people is. She said people. And I'm in Long Island, so we did in a minute. I said, no. You stay where you are. Give me the address. I'll be right there. You gonna find your way? I said, give me the address, and I'll be right there. Oh, okay.
Confused.
Okay.
She said it's on a cart.
And hit the wall. Yeah. So she gave me the address. I jumped in the Lincoln and bow. I knew my way around. Brooklyn, New York, Long Island, piece of cake. Like you may know this place. So I get to the house where she at, and she's standing outside on the porch. So I pull up and walk toward her. She running toward me. When she got to me, she hugging me up. I don't know who the lady is. I'm, skeptical. Robbie, oh my God. And she pulled her, let me look at you. I said, yes, ma'am. So who am I talking to? She said, I'm your stepmother. I said, stepmother? She said, yes, I'm married to your father for a long time. I said, oh, Allah. The reason I say, oh, Allah, I'm thanking him for this hookup, right? But I'm saying, oh, Allah, to my father, because she looked like she was 19 years old. You know, the Indians look straight up, man. So I said, we got talking and reminiscing. And she turned around and said, hey, some people want to see you further out in Long Island. I said, okay, are they coming here or what? She said, no, they're waiting for you to come to them. She said, come in the car. I said, no, let me drive you. Because I know how I'm going to drive, but I got to get back, right? So we get on the highway, and while we're driving, tears sliding down the side of her eyes. So I tapped her like, it's going to be all right, like that. And she's sniffing. She said to me, if I didn't know better, I thought your father was sitting next to me. If she didn't know better, then she buried him. She thought I was him sitting next to her. okay, and turn around. So I says, oh, before we got in the car, I asked where he was. She said she came up here 6 months ago looking for you, so we can run into you, but they couldn't find you. The furthest we got, that you were somewhere in Africa, traveling. So he went back to Grenada, and a couple of weeks after that he passed. So she was saying what she said, because he's passed, but here I am sitting next to her and I look like him. Okay, now we got to the house we were supposed to go. And it's like a driveway. You drive in, you know, cars park on the side. So you just don't follow the side. It's a big driveway. It's a big house, you know. I'm looking at the house and very nice. It's good here. Why do we live here? Then we parked up. It was a Beamer, and a brand new Beamer, and a brand new Volvo. I said, he got nice taste here. You know, just talking to myself. So I run and open the door for him, and there's a couple of steps to get up to the front door. Big door like that. When we got to the door was open. So we walk into the door. It's getting to be sunset, right? So when I get to the door, the light from the other door on the other side of the house showing you 3 silhouettes, bodies, but I can't see the faces because of the light, you know. So she's holding on to me, bringing me in the house, and I'm looking. All of a sudden, one of the silhouettes fainted, fall down. So when that happened, automatically, being a paramedic, working in the hospital, I'm gone. We go and leave. The second day we're there, the minister came downstairs. Minister went upstairs. He goes to the room. He turned around and said to me, you know, Gaddafi just said to me, I don't question you, bro. You know, if you want to tell me, you tell me, but I'm not going to question the minister. So he says, yep, Gaddafi wants you to stay behind and teach his security. Okay. Pause. Traveling around the world, you can tell Gaddafi security anywhere. They walk with a certain aura and air that you know that's him. No matter where they go, they're like boss. They control everything.
Aren't there mostly women?
You got women too.
Okay.
Want to tell you about that too. The security, since anywhere we had to meet his people, I pick them up in the crowd, airport, right away when they come and taught us. They, oh my God. Okay? I had to put that in there. The next to them is Saudi, and then Iran. They got some heavy security. All right? So, coming back now, the minister telling me that he wants me to come, stay behind, to teach his security. This is what Gaddafi is telling the minister. My flashback on how tight they are. I said, what can I teach them? They probably could teach me. That's what I'm saying. He said, the minister said, no, brother, it's true. I said, brother minister, let me tell you. I came with you and I'm leaving with you. Oh yeah, the Russians. You know something? Think about it. The Russians and what's the country that has the flag like ours but it's backwards? Turkey. All his men that's around him is none but karate all day long. All day long, every day. They're cold too. Bunch of white boys kissing on you.
They got two brothers that do that when I agree.
They don't cheek you, they actually kiss your cheek?
No, they actually kiss your lips.
Oh.
No. No.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. You're saying that now. The first time they did that to me, man, I mean, it put chills. I said, damn, I did this. But I did like this. Some African countries, they do that too.
Oh, all my people do that. My wife was like, why you kissing me? I say, hey, my grandmothers, my aunties and all of them, if you do like this, oh, they insult you.
That's right.
They don't hear it. They all kiss on the mouth. But now I ain't no Muslim.
That's right. You're right. The other thing is holding hands. I still do it. And the brother who I do it with, he pulls away from me. Sometimes I want to ask, what you think, Red? I'm a faggot or something? but when I first went overseas, and sis, just a minute, I'm not quite through.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. Oh yeah, when I first came back to the States, especially especially Ghana, but all other countries does it. They hold hands while they talking. You see two men holding hands. At first I looked at it and then I caught myself, they doing it to me. So I was doing it so often, traveling, when I came back home, I shook the brother's hand and I hold their hands. And damn, awkward, so he turned back it over there and said, you know. Straight up, man. Melvin, all of them. They laughed at me, man. I said, no, brother. Hey, when they got over there, then they understand. They start doing the same damn thing. You know? But that just shows the brotherhood, the love for each other. I'm telling you, they laughed at me when I first came back. Because I was shaking brothers, holding the brother's hand. You just got a habit of doing it, right? You go for 4 months, that's all you're doing. Every country you go to, you know, you expect it. Yeah, we were going 4 months. We did 42 countries.
Wow.
I will do the cooking that night, me and my wife, and put it in the minister's car, shoot down to the mosque, drop it off under the sternos, go get him, bring him back to the mosque, and cause he just living right there on Damon, right? So once he go, I got him secure. I get my plates and my things set up. So when you come in to eat, you were getting a little salad, a bowl of bean soup, and a main course. My main course consisted of 2 different things each week. A vegetarian meatloaf. It looked like a regular meatloaf. I sliced it up, 5 different beans. Grind the beans up, soften them, and season it like I'm seasoning a meatloaf with your eggs and your so on and so forth. I make a meatloaf. We were selling a lot of white H&G fish back then. Every Sunday you had your white fish for the fish eaters, and now it changed periodically. Some chicken legs, turkey legs. Well, anyway, you had a full meal like that. That's your meal: rice, carrots, and a green salad, a green vegetable. Excuse me. Then when you finish, you get a slice of bean pie. And the drink I used to make, we make in the Salim restaurant. I used to make the other one at the minister's table. That's the drink you make. I hooked them up to it. It's called the Arabian fruit punch.
Oh, that's all. Dang.
Oh yeah.
That is, oh.
Once you drink it, You can't stop.
Can't stop.
It's just, like
You know for real.
yeah.
You
No.
really, and when you leave, you be thinking about it. I left the college one time. I
Yeah,
left
go
college
on.
one time, went to the grocery store, and just started mixing stuff, trying to figure out how to
No,
get
no. I tell you before I leave.
Okay. Very good.
You make the original fruit punch. You know, back in the days, you had the garbage cans. You know, still we used to fight with them in the street with the cup.
Mm.
Why you laugh, sister?
Because I remember you.
We used to make up stories and
That's the beef. I mean, with the cover of the garbage can.
Right, that was your shield.
Yeah, I would fill that with the Arabian fruit punch. You know, put a garbage bag in there, and I make a whole thing. And to make the fruit punch, avocado, fruit punch, orange, something I'm missing. Oh, lemon juice. You mix that bad ball with your sugar, water, but you got to be consistent. 2 cans of each. Of the pineapple, the fruit punch, the orange. I make it so long I gotta think. And the lemon juice. Lemon juice is the one that gives you the punch. Yeah. And then you get the sugar and you stir that bad boy up in there. Guaranteed you can't just drink 1 glass. Okay, coming back to the table. That's your meal. So when you leave, you pay. I ain't taking money when you're coming in. When you leave, you pay. When they walk out, $5. $5. Okay? I think for the year I'd been there, it was that long. I went to $7 the most. Oh, I forgot something. Did I tell you bean pie?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, you got your bean pie. And then sometimes my wife will fix banana pudding. And I said, this slamming banana pudding. Where my banana pudding, sis?
I know he was coming around there.
Open it up. Just the smell turns me off. My thing was after hour joints, the number of house, and the parties. Let's stick them up. All the pimps and that man in there. And everybody wear a mask. I never wore a mask. I was crazy. Your brother was crazy as hell. Then the other thing I used to work with the mafia. The mafia couldn't come in Brooklyn and do anything unless they contact me. When they contact me, they tell me what they want. I said, we'll get it and bring it to you. Most of them live out in Flatbush or Jersey. It was a thing they want. They call it doobie. You might never heard that phrase before. A doobie means to get them, let's say a Cadillac. They want a Cadillac 2-door convertible brown and beige. So called a doobie, meaning duplicate of what they got. We give you $24, $40 to find one. Me and my father drive until we find one. When we find it, we take it, call them back, tell them where the car is, what car. They take the car and they go out and get my money. Right. The last time I did it, I'm under the car, because some cars you couldn't get it started from the top. So you had to go underneath to the starter. Take the wires, tighten the wires up so you can get it started, right? I'm underneath there and I can hear nobody Italians. Joey! What do they call us? Mooley, yeah. The Mooley's still in your car, Joey. Where's the money? I don't see nobody. I was underneath the car. And next thing I see a light going on down the whole block. I said, oh shit, let me get there. I slide out the block. It seemed like a mob coming after me. I was running down the street to get to my partner around the corner where he had the other car parked to get in the wind. I saved that coat for years where the bullet holes went through both sides of my coat.
I'm running, they shooting at me. The last caper I pulled with the trucks, we used to get trucks out of the government district for this.
Mm.
So I used to keep a little pouch right here, a flashlight in my mouth, and go under the truck. You see, back then there was no alarm.
Mm.
But what it had, once you try to start the truck and it got this box, it'll cut everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to wire that up first before you start it, you know.
Mm.
But before you do all that, you fix the mirror so while you're under the seat, you can look in the mirror and still see behind if anything comes, the guards there, security guard coming, so you don't turn your lights up, you get quiet. You're paired, and you go back to work. This particular time, my boy said, the police by the truck. And I look, I don't know how they got up near the truck without me. I probably got too busy and wasn't observing. They got in the truck, started opening a door on that side. I slipped through the other side, they didn't see me. I went up on the roof of the truck. And then looking, what happened was, he told me later on, when I tried to take the box off, the light started blinking. So they had it hooked up to the light.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, there must be a shortage in there. I'm listening there on the roof laying down. There must be a shortage in here because I don't see nobody. So the guy said, no, I didn't see you look up to the truck. Ain't nobody here. And they left. I jumped off the truck. That was my last case of doing that. I should do 2 stories. My last case, I stopped because what we would do is look for 2 and 3 and 4 story houses. So normally, if you're on the 4th, 5th, 6th floor, and you don't have a fire escape and it's just a plain wall, you leave the window because nobody can get in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You leave the window cracked. And we look for that. You find one, you go down, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Nobody answers. That apartment is mine.
Mm-hmm.
Go up on the roof. Now, you know on the roof, you always got that pipe for the toilet air, whatever you call it.
Vent.
I tied it, huh?
Cement.
Yeah, the vent. I tied a rope around that bellboy, and I repel it down the side of the wall and go into the house. Okay. Normally we do it in the daytime. This time I decided to do it at night. I don't know why the hell. This is my last caper doing this kind of caper. I get to the window. Oh, excuse me. Before I went down, I gave him my pistol because I didn't want it to fall off. So I gave him the pistol. He gave me the knife if I needed to open anything. I got a stiletto, right? I get to the window, open the window. It won't open but that much. Then I want to kick them things. So I had to hit it, right? When I get in, I'm sitting on the windowsill. It's about 10 people must have been having an orgy or something in there. I look, because the street is right there, so the light from the street will show you jumping over couch and getting in the wind, right? I said, oh, shit. You know, you take a picture of the house before you go in. So you know the front door is that way. Street is that way. You understand? So I get up and run toward the kitchen. Hit the kitchen door. Took the locks off, 2 locks they had, but the door won't open. I'm like, by that time they put the light on. Go, you naughty, go. No. I jumped in the doorway of the kitchen. There's a hallway. And they cussing. They coming at me. I'm and they run back here up. And I kept looking at the door. I said, why that mother door won't open? What it was, they had a latch on the top. So I had to open the latch and get out. By that time, they keep a noise. Money, go, they cussing me, man. I said, I got to get out of here, man. So I said, I'm going to make a quick move. I think it was a broom or something I took. I came out there, money, go, they all split. When they split, I hit the door. When I hit the door, walk out the door, the next door neighbor was there with a machete.
Oh, Lord, hell.
Hey, coño. I had to hit the wall. Now the stairwell to get here. It was like 2 apartments. His apartment was in the corner, the one I was in. So when the dude came out the doorway with the machete, I couldn't come this way because he coming at me. So I hit the wall. Who told me to do that? The girl then came out and came with a shotgun. And the girl took the machete out of his hand and tried to cut my leg.
I start crying. And of course, you know what I mean? I called the police. I'm the crook and I just called the police. I put in the caper. I tell her to call the police.
Yeah.
Call the police, call the police. So make a long story short, I took the knife and it was a window at the top of the stairwell. The stairwell is in the other floor. I took the knife and tried to throw it out the window so if the police come, they won't find nothing on me. Right? I missed the window. My partner, I could see him at the top of the stairs. They don't know he's there. He got the pistol in his hand. But he's scared to shoot because he don't want to hit me. All of a sudden, they heard a noise upstairs. It's another one, it's another one. The body comes to one of them. So he run after him. The dude with the gun had it wrapped around his arm like this and aiming at him. And the girl trying to cut my legs, I love jumping and hitting the knees, jumping on my knees. Don't kill me, don't kill me. I am going. Call the police, call the police. And he turns around for 1 second. When he did that, I grabbed him and the gun and flipped up against the wall. Pow! When he hit the wall, I hit the whole stairs. I didn't even touch one. Pow! I was gone, brother. You know what I'm saying? Go and change my clothes. I come back with my partner. He comes up the street. How'd you get out of that one? I said, that's it. That's my last.
Say all praise to Allah. Let me get in there and return some of these calls.
I was in Iran. In Tehran. Capital. It's on the video. Us walking to it. I'm pointing the minister. And we getting to where we supposed to go to the stadium. Because you couldn't bring no cars up there with so many people. It was worse than Million Man March. Triple that. That's how many people, right? So we had to walk, escort the minister to the rostrum when we go. So when we get there and wait for the president to come, they got more crowded. So I'm saying, yeah, they're going to have to do a Libyan move. Just knocking people down. They'll run your ass over. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking is going to go down, right? Next minute, you see 2 helicopters circling over the stadium. And they had an open spot behind the stadium, right? And I said, oh, okay, that's where they're going to do. So the first helicopter landed, right? When it landed, 2 motorcycles came out. I mean, they drove the motorcycle out of the damn helicopter like a wheelie. And they start spinning. When they spinned around, there was another dude behind the dude that was riding, but he was backwards with these AKs, man. And coming in the cold, brother. I said, go on, you black man. And he got to sit in one circle, this way, one circle, and they waiting. Then the other helicopter came down, and the president, man, you've been a fool to try anything, or you got capped all in your butt. Because those dudes were not playing. They were tied to each other, but they were backwards, right? So you know, you hold on to dude. They wasn't holding on. My man was backwards, face down, with his hand and tied with, you know, those boys was. I tell you another one like that. We were in Libya. We was in Libya, and Gaddafi invited us for dinner in this tent, right? You just know when Gaddafi coming. Because his entourage, these brothers, because when he coming, things moving, couch flying in the air, chairs, tables blowing. They took everything out of the way. You better get the hell out of the way. But his boy, man, they make a path when he's coming. And don't you think you go back in the path after they pass? They'll pull your behind too. I've never seen nothing like that, brother. Is that right? Brother, please. Okay. So Gaddafi comes in. The humble, real humble. You never think he's the president and what he could do. Because he's, you know. So he sits down in the tent. The minister sat next to him. I was on the opposite side. And we're getting ready to eat. Two things happened. First of all, they said nobody checked though, right? Gaddafi security girls wear jumpsuits, right? They wear great jumpsuits. And they carry the guns on the back of them, right? So I'm saying, ain't nobody see this dude taking pictures. So I focused in on one of them. I did like this. He said, what's this do? I did like this. She looked at the dude. It was like, now, I told the place was full, so it's like this. That girl went through the crowd without hitting anybody and grabbed the camera and went that way and come back over here. I don't know how the hell she did. Everybody on the floor, you're supposed to hit, excuse me.
Yeah.
That girl, she slipped right through, snatched the camera out of my man, and went over to stand in the corner. Like nothing happened. I said, oh my God, girl. You bad. And most of his team was like that. Now, you all remember 85 when they bombed Libya?
Mm-hmm.
The Peckerwood came in and tried to bomb the hotel we were in. The hotel had, without no BS, maybe 50 or more heads of state, meaning police, presidents of all these different countries and stuff, that was there for the convention when the minister spoke. The plane came in, and what happened? This is the ocean, and maybe half a block, 2 blocks is the ocean. So it came up from the whatever plane he came from and flew across. His objective was to hit the hotel. But next to the hotel was an embassy. There was only 2 buildings that was high. All the other buildings 2-3 stories. But the hotel and the embassy were like 5 and 6, 7 stories. So you couldn't miss it. He hit the embassy and flattened the embassy. If he had hit this building, we would be still talking about it today from 60, 85. Because he would have killed all of those heads of states from all over the world. Anyway, after he left there, he started bombing Gaddafi's tent and stuff like that. So he killed Gaddafi's stepdaughter. You know, don't say just daughter, his little stepdaughter. So, after he did that, he bombed the hospital and so on and so forth. They got rid of us and took us to Saudi. So we've seen the rest of it on TV, what's going on, right? Maybe a year or 2 later, we go back to Libya. And Gaddafi's showing us around and whatnot. And he shows us, or he didn't show it, he told them to let us see how they shot the plane down. And they still had the helmet of the pilot. Now, what they did with him, I don't know. Yeah. But it was a Peckerwood flying and do what he did. But how he got down was 2 girls that fly the jet. His fighter pilots is women. His fighter pilots are women. So they followed dude and shot him down, right? So when we came back to the hotel, the 2 pilots was there to meet the minister, right? So they met the minister, and they started to go outside the door, open the door for them. And they didn't speak a lick of English. Brother, who says the prayers? To Johnny. I said, they want you to come to their room. Are you crazy? He said, no, go with them. So they go to the room. He comes to translate what they saying to me. They gave me some gifts and stuff and a big picture of vivid that television of Gaddafi in his green uniform. And in the picture, no matter what direction you stand, he's still looking at you. Nice, beautiful picture. Okay. I coming out the room. The girls in the room, they coming out with me. And who coming out their room? Minister. So I had to take the bag and stuff what they gave me, take to the minister. So the minister, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing in those sisters' room? So I showed them the stuff, the gifts they gave me. But they fell in love with the minister, man. I'm going to tell you one more thing. The minister met with Gaddafi. We couldn't go, security-wise, whatever, right? And the minister came back and said he's going to speak the next day. He don't want us to go. And Sharif, he said, because they'll take a picture of you. So you was there, CNN will be there, and they take a picture of you when you go back to the States. They're going to have your pictures at the borders, and they're going to arrest you. Okay, Prime Minister, this goes to bed. Sharif goes to bed. Salim, don't go to bed. I'm trying to think how I'm not going to let the minister go down with all these. And half the dudes that's heads of state, they got the entourage with them. Military men. Big guns and stuff with the fatigues on, you know. And a lot of them, the presidents, they got uniforms on, right? Cold-hearted dudes, man, right? And I'm telling you, it was over 200 of them probably was up in there. Chinese, all of them that was Muslims. Anyway, Muslim countries. Anyway, I stayed up all night trying to think, how am I going to go down with the minister? Because I'm going to let him go down by himself. No way, Jose. So I thought, say, Allahu Akbar. I took the sheet off the bed and I started working in the mirror to make the wrap through there.
Yes, sir.
And then they bring it over here. I could do it now, no problem. I'll show you. I did it so many times. Make the wrap, did it, shot it across, throw it on my shoulder. I'm ready. Plus, I had we call it a dress. I had one of those already. A long one, a gray one. And brother had one. Calabier. And next morning, I woke Sharif up and tried on him. It works. So in the minute that came out to go downstairs, it's us. He shook his head. We go downstairs. After I had to actually carry the minister to the crowd. All right? Anyway, to make a long story short, the minister spoke. He went up. We sat in the audience. We could, security-wise. Gaddafi had the security locked down. The next day in the papers, guess who pictures they had on there? Both of us. But they couldn't tell who it was because all you could see was this part of us. You understand? Okay. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, praise to Allah. So take the minister back upstairs. I got him locked down. I got him under my hips. I'm listening. Every time I was lifting him up, right? We get to the room, settle down. I don't know if it was the same day or the next day. The minute we were talking, I'm fixing coffee and stuff for him. And he says, you know what? Gaddafi, I spoke to Gaddafi, and he wants you to stay behind. Stay behind? Yeah, he asked me if I could let you stay behind his security, what I do for him. Sounds like a good idea. I'm talking about the money, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, sir, brother minister. I came with you, and I'm leaving with you. But if I stay behind and do that, you have to try by yourself the next 4 or 5 places that you're going. 1. 2, when I come back to the States, I'll be, what's one of those dudes that bombing America now? Terrorists. Taliban. They don't have me down as a Taliban. I said, brother minister, I'm leaving with you. So whatever Gaddafi seen, I'm saying Gaddafi, guards and his security, I thought they were the baddest. Cold. But it's something he's seen in us compared to what he'd see his men. So he wanted me to come and teach them how I have a travel there. So no, sir, brother minister. That's the end of that. No more. So I'm going home with you. I think that's when we had this. I think that's when I stuck the minister back in the country. Yeah, that's it. Stretch, right? And in the stretch, Mother Khadija, the minister, and I think Mustafa sat in the front. Half the team wasn't on that run. That's what kind of run they say only 2 or 3. And you be picked, you're going to go to Mosque, right? Behind them was the security car. And one of those small little cars that they drive a taxi cab, a small car. And these are the president, Secret Service, or whatever. Yes, sir. Yeah. So this what happened. We in the driveway, and in the middle of the driveway, the doors here is a circle. But the guy don't know how to drive the limo good, so he's trying to maneuver out of the driveway. So my man that's driving the car that I was in, it was a female in the front, like a police, whatever, to secure Mother Khadija. I'm behind her, the driver. I can't remember who's on the other side. Right? We back up. When he back up, I had the door open in case I had to run to the car. You know what we do this thing. I had the door open, my foot outside, and the sucker backed up. And when he backed up on my feet. And then when he got the car on my feet, I told you this before? No, he backed the car on my feet and then stopped the vehicle. And I'm like, I can't reach it. I don't want to scream out because everybody can start running. With the car, and he gonna stop my daggone foot. And then he pulls out because the limo got out, and he pulls off. I could pull my door in, and I'm like, oh God, damn. So I look at my foot, brother. This is my shoe, right? This is the toes. This is the heel. When he backed up on my foot turned like this, right? So the wheel of the car, I think about it, if it was a big car, I think it wouldn't have I would have broke my legs. When he backed the car up, he stopped the car on top of my feet. What saved me is the thick part of your shoe. Kept the weight off my foot. Then he pulls off, right? When he pulls off, I pulls my foot in. When I look at my foot, the socks had a little laceration, bruise, and the shoes, you can see the print of the tire of the shoes. Oh, pull off. Okay. I move my foot. It's okay. He broke his raised the block. We get to the spot. We let the minister in with the Khadija, and most of the time when you go to the head of state house, the president or whoever, they'll let you in, and then the security have to go in the little room on the side. And your principal will go and they say, yeah, you can't go inside just like that, right? Mufti would go, minister, sometimes the Alpha, he would go, but, there's only 3 or 4 would be allowed to go to the dinner table, right? So they pushed us in this little room on the side. I get in the room, I'm looking at the minister's security sat down. So I told the dude, I said, why did you stop the car at the other spot when he backed it up? He didn't understand, so I get somebody to do it. He said, oh, I hit the bump, and I stopped. I said, tell him the bump was my foot. So he understood that. So he said, whatever he said. And I showed my foot how the socks was ripped. And he grabbed me, what can I do? I said, it's okay. But it wasn't the will of Allah or it was a bigger car, it would have took my ankle off.
That's when
You
I
grab
got on my grab and
Yeah.
started moving out, right?
Then we had to go down some stairs,
Yeah.
half dark. Man,
Wow.
shut. We could tell some stories of those things.
Wow.
So what was the purpose of the shoes being off?
Because
We're going
we
to
just come out
mosque.
of prayer. We got a mosque.
Yeah. Oh,
It was a
okay.
Muslim school. And what happened was they basically mobbed the minister. I mean, literally mobbed him.
Not to hurt him now.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to grab him, touch him, shake his hand, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, they literally mobbed him. Well, we was fighting, getting up out of moose, but
Yeah.
through glass and stuff.
Get off my father. Get off my father.
Yeah, it was wild. Brother, it was wild as hell.
Yeah. If we had kept the point,
Yeah. But no, what happened was,
everybody got separated.
and not only separated, and that's why you got to understand the principles of security. They went to the I'm standing to the right and cleared away.
Right.
They went to the left
Yeah, on the opposite side.
through the people. And what happened is you had people on both sides, you front and back. So then when the people start to panicking and getting excited, you have to fight your way through the crowd. So it's like if right now, if we were here and we had people all over the place that want to greet him, the best thing to do is get to a wall. See, so now if you say this wall, that wouldn't necessarily be your best wall because it's open. So this would be a better wall.
Okay.
And just do the L going around the wall. Because now you have a side that can't nobody get to.
Right.
You go through the middle, then you're vulnerable. Because the bottom line is, you could either be separated, principally separated, you could be knocked over. It's less control.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is, we went through the center, rather than hitting the wall, and brother, it got crazy in a matter of seconds.
Brother,
Yeah,
that was crazy.
it was crazy.
But it was crazier when I got my arms back.
Oh yeah, that was it. I was sick though.
Yeah,
I didn't go
you
to them.
was
I was sick. I got sick.
It was only Melvin
Melvin, you, Hamza,
and Musti.
and Hamza was there too, wasn't
Yeah, let me tell you what happened. This is what happened. They had these young boys from the president's detail with us. They spoke a little bit of English. We jumped in the car and finally get there. When we got there, it might have been 80 people in the mosque. But by the time the minister finished, it was like 800 up in there. Okay? So I'm looking around, there's no back out here. There's no back window, door, to jump through. We had to walk from here to the front door. And the front door was further than that 4 wall. Okay? So I said, oh, Allah, how we going to get these minutes out? So I take out my pen and my paper and told the Secret Service, I wrote a square for the minister. I put a round for me and Musti on the right side. Because they don't speak English. So I'm drawing it. I say, you and you, the chief of security with a tall dude. I say, and I said, the two, that's it. Because 2 little young brothers, looked at it was 9, 10 years old, but they might be in their 20s because they looked at it. I said, those 2, front, there it is. Okay. As soon as the minister finished their Allahu Akbar, it seemed like, the ocean rolled to come towards you? That's what it looked like. I said, oh shit, come, let's go. But they ain't used to security like that. I don't know what happened, man. Next thing I know, they were all over the minister. And only 2 was there, was Musti and I. And outside was Hamza and Melvin. So I grabbed the minister by his belt. And I'm like, whoa, what? I'm actually hitting these dudes, man. Bow, with an elbow. And the minister said, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Yes, sir, my minister. Bow! He said, don't hurt him, son. Don't hurt him. Yes, sir, my minister.
Let me tell you that in a minute.
Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Shut. Hurt him. Let it get out of my damn way. So what happened was, brother, as long as I've been with the minister, I never heard him pray like that. I never. I'm not exaggerating. I've heard him pray all kind of praise, but the prayer he was doing, he was praying like Allahu Akbar. Then the people said Allahu Akbar, but it was coming from down here. You understand? Meanwhile, he's doing that, I'm punching them out. I'm elbowing them, Because they would come with pens. We get to the door to get out, right? When we get to the door, I don't know how the imam, this fat dude, got to the door before we did. So he opened up the space so the minister could go outside the door. So I stepped back because you can move now, right? We were like 2 steps from the door. When I look back, Mosque he'll never admit it. Mosque got stuck in the crowd 2 steps behind me. I took my hand.
Yeah. Thanks, Lon.
I'm coming. Oh, we could talk at the table.
What we're going to do a shot?
We get to the doorway to get out.
Table talk with Salim.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it. Find it.
Oh man. So we got to the door. And he had this big button on. Big fat email. He did his button. Come this way, brother minister. This way. So the minister stepped out the door. I look back, see Mosque's best jamming in the crowd. So I put my hands in the crowd, this arm, and open it up so he can come through, right? When he get through, I pull my arms out. Because when I looked outside, there were more people outside than there was inside. You could hardly see the Mercedes you were getting into. It was a Mercedes stretch. All you could see was the top of it. Did you know what I'm saying? It was about that much of the top of the car.
I think Daniel took a picture of that because I remember seeing it.
It's that picture. It was on the video when they showed.
Because I know I just remember seeing a picture.
Yes.
I remember seeing it.
The minister got up and stood on the thing of the car, and you know.
I think they told the minister to get up and say something to the people.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was. That's what I think I remember hearing.
Anyway, the minister spoke to the people, and he got in the car, and I'm leaning up against the car. Not Melvin, but Hamza came into. We have a problem. I said, what's wrong? He said the driver had the window open, and 2 or 3 people at the same time trying to go to the window to go to the mud and get some autograph. I said, my hand was hanging like this right now. I said, I can't make it. And he jumped over. I had the man close the window. Okay, now we're driving out of campus. Because we were far in the campus itself to get closer to the minister to get in. If we would have got the car any closer, we were inside the mosque. So when they drive out the driveway, I'm supposed to jump in the car with the Secret Service dudes and the young boys, the press detail. I get to the car, open the door. Now I can't open it on the right because this shot is hand shot. So I open with the left. There are 4 of them sitting in the back seat. Now I can't let the car go without me getting in there because the ministers pull out. Ain't nobody else there but Hamza and Melvin. The other crew was. See what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. You were sick, but they invited only the minister and only you know how they do skeleton crew. And I was part of the crew to go. Because sometimes I don't go. Sometimes you go, you know. So there was nobody, none of the team there. You know what I had to do? Jump on their lap. Or the 4 dudes in the vehicle. So now I'm sitting on their laps, right? But I can't close the door because the door's on this side. And I can't reach the door fully. So I'm telling her, oh, the door come. Hey, I just close the door, man. So after a while, they understood because we move and they close the door. So when they close the door, I'm telling them to pull my arm. I think the socket. I was like, pull my arm. Pull my arm. He's shaking my hand. Pull my arm, goddamn. So to make a long story short, I got her arms pulled out, but it wasn't my arms. After we went to Saudi, I was scared to go in there. I went to the hospital in Saudi to see what, cause they had a bad hospital. I was with you. Yeah, I remember that. And what happened, I found out that it wasn't my bones up here. I cut the tendons that quick. So the rest of the trip, all I was sucking Advil, so they won't send me back home. And so they hooked it up that TWA gave us the whole terminal. They shut the terminal down. We had the terminal. You ever heard this before?
The minister mentioned it.
they shot the terminal down. It seemed like it was the end of the world, because all you could see was the white uniforms and brothers in their blue uniforms. The ones that had the blue, they had on black suits. No white people, no lost files hardly, a few, but it was all Muslims. Like we were leaving and getting on the mothership and leaving everybody behind. That's the attitude, you know. So anyway, they had 747, some big jumbo jackets. So it was about 300 to 400 people each plane. We get to Chicago. The minister told me to go by the house and bring his uniform because he was in Chicago 2-3 days before and he never got a chance to come and get his uniform. So he told me bring his uniform and shoes, la la la. So I have that with me, bringing it. Right? You don't walk in on the minister's house. It took me maybe at least 5 to 10 years before I ever walked in the minister's house. The minister's wife said, I ain't going on the boat unless Salim is with me, with us. I get to the hotel, I ring the bell. I call on the phone, pardon me. I call on the phone, and he said, yes, come on up. You didn't have to, shit, I know protocol, man. I don't just knock on your door, right? So I get upstairs to his room. He's in the bed with his back against the wall, his foot on the bed, and there was 2 or 3 other regional ministers in there with him. I can't remember who they all was, but it was 3 or 4 of them. So he directed me to the closet. I go and hang the stuff up, and I come back, and I'm walking backwards. We have a bad habit, walking out of the room, turning our back to the minister. We ain't supposed to do that. We're supposed to walk out of the room backwards. When you get to the door, then you make a bow, and you get out, right? And I see everybody do that, and, you know, like in the dining room or in the breakfast room. His chair is dead, and the other chair. Some of the family and people said, I said, get up out of there. That's the minister's chair. But I ain't spooky, man. Respect. Okay? So I'm getting ready to leave. So I'm like, he turns around and says, so brother, I was at the airport. You know, all the people, you know. And I start teaching. Yeah, my minister, it was I was excited, you know. We hit the bed. Brother, sit down. I mean, before the words get out of his mouth, I was on the ground sitting down. Straight up. He says, come. He said, brother, these are regional ministers in here, sitting in here myself. And you standing over us like you the teacher. I learned a lesson from that. Never again.
That's true.
Never again.
Those are basic principles of protocol.
Yeah. So turn around. From then on, I teach on that. It's not that I didn't know. Because Shaw and Foots taught us that. You know, when you're in the room with a person or a curve, and the person down below the curve and you up, either call the person up or you go down. The same thing with if you're on a platform unloading a truck and you want to give some instructions and stuff, you tell Brother Slim, come on upstairs. Oh, just a minute, you jump down and you're the same level with brother. So it ain't like I didn't know, but I got so excited to tell them how the play was. Okay, that's another point I'm getting at. The point was we have the meeting and we coming back to New York. You wasn't around when the minister had his elbow right now. You haven't come yet. The minister, Mother Khadija, get to the airport in the 747. I think they drove in. When we got to the port, the car was parked in the parking lot a good distance away. So I told the man, because there was no security. Man, brothers, damn shame back then. Minister never had no security. He was national representative. If I didn't go, it would be me and Akbar. It was me and Akbar, I would call Musa to go up with us. If I didn't get Musa, I would get
Lloyd Hayek. All these brothers, black belt, karate. I would call, you know, depends who we're going for. So I told the minister, wait here. Let me go get the car because I didn't want to walk across the street, down the street, over, down the road to go get the car. I said, wait, I'll go run and get it. So instead of me running around, I jumped over a fence to get a shortcut. And when I jumped over the fence, I landed on a little rock and snapped my ankle. But you know, when you're on post, you don't think about pain. Actually running, got the car, zoom, picked them and stuff. Mother Khadija. We got to go to New Rochelle. You wasn't around for New Rochelle either.
Damn, you talking about the crowd of 75.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn. You big brother. Damn, you're right, Chief. Anyway, I'm driving. While I'm driving in New Rochelle, my foot plugging. By that time I get to the house, you think this is fat? Please. That's a piece of cake. My ankle's big as my head, right? So I jump out. I don't want the minister to see me limping. So I'm taking my time so they get out of the car by themselves, you know, because if he see me limping, he starts, where you going, you know. So I waited until he got out, and I'm like taking my time in the back of the car to go around the long way. He had this little elbow rod on that. By the time I got to the door, he got the door for his wife. So I sit back, you know, so they walk in the house, and they walk in the house. He got to the door, and I stopped him. I said, but minister, you think it's all right to go back to the airport? There's a lot of believers still, sisters are still stranded, and I'd like to go help. I said, please, brother, yes, sir. He said, well, take the other car. He had a Lincoln 4-door, that big square one, that boxer. So I said, yes, sir. So I parked the Eldorado, jumping in the Lincoln, flying back to the airport. Because they didn't set it up right to get buses and stuff. They set it up to take them,
But not to get them home.
get them back. Plus, they didn't know what time, too. That was another thing. It was a little. So, damn. But by the time I got to the airport, brother, my foot was like boom, 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 pounding, man. I looked at it. I couldn't drive with it. I could drive with my left foot. So, so I get there and jump on the car limping. A lot of them already had gone. It was just a handful still left. So I can't remember who the sisters done were. But I got 1, 2, 3. They needed 4 or 5 of them in the car. And some of them live in Long Island, some was in Brooklyn. And maybe one in Manhattan. So I worked my way that way. Room, Brooklyn, Manhattan. Driving with my left foot. By the time I got to Manhattan, now I didn't sleep the day before because we hustling trying to get it together. I get in the car and I'm like, so between the pain in the foot and the sleep, I'm nodded. So I said to this, which one y'all can drive? Neither one of them could drive. Neither one of them have a driver's license. Okay? I said, well, somebody gonna drive, but I ain't going no further than here. I can't drive them. I got into my max. I maxed out. So one of the sisters, I'll have to make an announcement to find out which these 2 sisters was. So one of the sisters got in the car, and they dropped themselves off. And then when they dropped themselves off, I took the car and parked somewhere and slept for maybe an hour till I recharged my battery. But when I recharged the battery, by the time I got up, I slipped my foot on the door. It went down a little bit, so I was able to drive with the right foot. And I got back there.